When it comes to home improvement projects, the question is, do you do it yourself or do you hire a pro? In this week's Ask Angie, the pros and cons of all those DIY projects.
While there are some home renovation projects you can definitely tackle on your own, there are others that should always be left to a pro. But when it comes to your specific project, how do you know which option is best? Home expert Bailey Carson is here from Angi to help provide some insight.
When considering a DIY project, always think about whether you have the 3 T's: the time, the tools, and the talent. If you're short on any of these, it's better to call in a pro and get the job done right.
So, you have the time, tools, and talent for your project, which means you can DIY. Now the question is, should you? Just because you can do a job yourself doesn't always mean you should.
2 types of projects where we always recommend bringing in a pro are plumbing and electrical. Even if you have the 3 T's, the smallest mistake can make things really dangerous. So it's always best to have a pro.
With that said, there are dozens of different projects that are great to DIY, both inside and outside the home. Go around your home and make a list of the projects that need to be done, and you may be surprised how many you can complete in a single weekend.
Caulking your windows, draining and flushing your water heater, and edging your plant beds are all projects you can DIY in just an hour or 2. If you have even more time, don't be afraid to take on larger projects, like painting an accent wall or installing a new backsplash in your kitchen.
If you're still unsure if you should DIY your project or not, you can always consult with a professional. While it may seem counterproductive to call a pro for a DIY project, it can end up saving you time and money in the long run.
At the end of the day, a pro will be able to advise you on whether you can safely complete a project DIY. If you choose to go DIY without asking a pro first, just be aware that if anything goes wrong, you might end up costing yourself more in repairs than what it would have cost a pro to do it right the first time.
For more on DIY projects and contacting a pro, just visit CILiving.tv.